you don't mind if I use this footage in my social media platform?
No, not at all.
Can you explain to us like why you're homeless?
Well, my name is Heather. I grew up in West Medford. My grandmother owned the house. I lived with my mother and my brother. My mother was badly beaten by my dad, and my mother, she was very depressed, so she slept all day and stayed up all night and cried. She did the best she could. She was a great mother, but I found her dead in her bed at 46 years old. So I started using drugs, and 20 years ago, I was here on Mass Ave, and I got sober because I was pregnant, 2 weeks pregnant. I had my daughter on methadone. She's now almost 21. She's in college. She's thriving. She's doing great. My brother's best friend, one of his really good friends, Mike, we went out one night, and I've been with him for 28 years. We have 3 daughters together, Gianna, Allie, and Maureen. Maureen is my mother's name. Maureen's my youngest, so my daughters are 20, 15, and 9. They're all thriving, but, I was really, really verbally abused by my husband. But he doesn't do drugs, so he's stood by me through thick and thin. But, from being sober for so long, I'm an addict, so I picked up alcohol. I have cirrhosis of the liver, and, my husband was allowing my oldest daughter to treat me any way she wanted to, hit me, all kinds of things, and my drinking was escalating, and things just weren't well at the house. Everybody just combined with just a lot of things and factors, and mostly me. So I was kicked out of my house, and I was put into the Shattuck. I was sectioned into a place 5 times in a row, which was not fair. My husband lied to my family and told them that I was off the wagon. So he figured, I've been down here 7 years now. He figured the minute I'd be down here, I'd be a heroin addict again. I have not touched heroin in almost 21 years. I've been brutally sexually assaulted 6 times. I put myself into 2 mental institutions. I've been shot twice, stabbed 4 times. I was held captive and brutally assaulted for 3 days. Prostitution, drug use, rape. It's just a very, very bad place. God does not live here.
Have you ever OD?
I have, not on my own. Just people would give me something that it wasn't. I bought crack one day, and it was just pure fentanyl. I woke up in the ICU. I don't know how to get out. The shelters here are disgusting. They're filthy. They take our money. They say they're non-profit. They steal from us. They bully us. It's just bad. The mental illness runs rampant around here. It's just people are getting Section 8 over and over. People that have lost their Section 8 keep getting it. Mm-hmm. People keep getting their kids taken away. They keep getting their kids back. When there's people like me who've done everything you're supposed to do, and I never lost custody of my kids or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to go home to the same environment that I was in. It's not healthy.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
So I've been waiting for Section 8 for years now, and I'm finally in an okay program. But there's a lot of drugs and just a lot of. It's like the medical community, community of my peers, and the homeless communities all let me down, and I've let myself down.
So how many times have you been to jail?
I haven't been to jail in 20 years, but when I was living a very bad lifestyle, I got a huge record. I could say over maybe 50 something times, but I have not, thanks to the grace of God and my own, I have not been in trouble in 20 years.
And if you don't mind, can you explain to us how you get money to buy drugs?
I don't buy drugs all the time, but my estranged husband of 28 years comes and brings me money and cigarettes every day.
Drugs
Do you still love him?
I love my husband very much.
Does he love you too?
Yes.
That's nice. Do you see your kid?
Yes. My oldest right now is angry with me, so I write in journals. I've been writing in journals since I've been here, but yes.
How often do you see them?
Anytime I want. A lot. I talk to them a lot. Yeah, they're my buddies. I
That's
buy them
good.
presents.
That's good, yeah.
The only one I really miss a lot is my oldest, but she needs time. Because she's the oldest, and she's 20, you know, she's going to be 21 in September, and she's doing the college thing, and
She has a lot now that's
yeah,
going on with her.
but you know, I have to say he's a wonderful, wonderful dad and a provider. But you know, pregnant and barefoot, and you know, being treated miserably and not having any money and being locked in a room, not treated right, is a hard thing to deal with, especially when you're an addict. But you know, my body, I have cirrhosis of the liver, I have heart disease, I get a lot of problems right now that I'm not going to live much longer.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, I'm a fighter. You know, a man
you can fight.
brought my grandmother down after my grandfather died. He died young. My grandmother met another man that shunned her away. My mother had to take care of her siblings. She was 16 years older. A man brought my mother down. A man is not going to bring me down. Prostitution?
Yes.
From what the girls have told me, around here, you could charge $60 to $40 for a BJ, but a lot of guys don't pay that. If you're on the internet and stuff like that, you can get up to $2,000 a night.
So
It's a very dangerous thing. I mean, I have come into money, and through circumstances I don't want to say. And I help a lot of people. I treat people the way I want to be treated. And it's very rare around here. But I share a lot of my money in drugs.
what kind of help you need to be recovery or sobriety?
What do I need for help?
Yes.
What I need is an intensive therapist. You know, counselor, psychopharmacotherapist, therapist. I need meetings. Well, those are kind of boring for me, actually, because, you know, you got people speaking about what has happened to them, and then you got people right next to you on the other side saying, well, you want to do this or that when you get out of here, you want to go, I know where to score this. I mean, I really don't like the meetings, but I need a counselor that I see regularly. I'm on methadone for pain and for addiction.
Okay, so what's the drugs of choice you say?
Well, I started off with Percocets and OCs and stuff like that. Then I went to heroin. Now I drink and I do crack here and there. A lot of my friends say that unfortunately the African American community, they do crack cocaine, and what happens is they don't want to pay you more than $20. They don't respect you, and they can't get their you know, genital, their penis hard, and then they blame them, the girls, and then they beat the crap out of them, and it's not fair. They never want to pay more than $20, and these girls are risking their lives. There's a serial killer out here. My friend Laurie, Lorraine Baxter, is missing from West Medford. Okay, she's been missing since December 21st, and the cops are trying, but without a body, they can't figure out what and how she died. But people don't care because they think of her as a mass and cast, a transient, a drug addict, a prostitute. She's still a person. She's a mother. She's someone's sister. She's someone's wife. Her father was her best friend. He just died of a broken heart. No one's looking for her anymore. They just figured, oh, she got in the wrong car with a John. I think her boyfriend killed her. You know, I just, it's not fair. I mean, this girl, Patriots cheerleader, she won back in the day, what was that? Not America's Got Talent, not Dancing with the Stars, but Star Search. Back in the day, because I'm 44 years old, they had Star Search. She was second runner-up. I mean, she came from a wealthy family. She's not a piece of crap, and no one's looking for her. Because why? Because she was over here. They don't say on TV that there's a serial killer. And one of them is one of the guys that hurts these girls is a cop. He's a cop. He's a retired police officer that his son OD'd. His son got with a girl like us, you know what I mean? Like the prostitutes or drug addict, and he OD'd, and he blames the girl. So any chance he can get a girl to go with him, he hurts them to the point where they're almost I just seen a girl run, and they're almost dead. There's a few. I mean, there's cops on the payroll of some of these girls. Yep. Boston's finest. They don't care. They don't care. They don't help. They don't care.
What about this shelter over here? Like, is this safe?
Over here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. The mental illness runs rampant. The African American workers, and it's all African American. If you're not black, you get kicked out for the stupidest things. You get blamed. My first time there was my first holiday. Not cooking, nothing. I was thrown out because I asked for a pillow.
Wow. That's
Very ruthless, and they just don't care. The bathrooms
terrible.
have no doors on them. The shower, the mold grows so thick that it can talk to you. It has a personality of its own, to the point where I was so disgusted that I slept on this street for 3 years. And when I was on this street, I had a prison guard stalking me. I had to sign my rights so they could videotape me. I had a prison guard stalking me. He would watch me sleep and for hours, and he would get the guts enough to get up, put something in a white towel or whatever towel he was using, open up the back door and inch towards my face. And now I always had blankets over my head. I didn't hear it till these people at the clinic, somebody went a little too early and noticed what was going on. So they said, if you want, I know you don't know me, but if you want to save your life, you need to come with me right now to the security guards. And they went over to the tapes, and it was horrifying.
God bless you for your recovery, sobriety.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes, you can.
Okay, listen, to all, no, I wanted this on YouTube. All
Yes.
you young people that have families, your mothers and fathers, I don't have moms, dad, just go home. It's not worth staying out here. It's not, it's bad. You're just gonna be sick for a little bit. You'll be okay. Just go home. It's not worth it. It's not. There's human trafficking down here. The fentanyl, now there's a new kind of fentanyl that's eating away the flesh of your skin, just like that gator stuff that is in Russia. Have you ever seen that drug? The
No.
crocodile or gator? If you go on the internet and you type it up, it's made out of match heads and all kinds of stuff. Literally, there's a woman talking, so you see the side of her face. When she turns, this is all skeleton.
Wow.
It's happening here now. It's not gator, but it's a type of fentanyl.
Where?
There's 302 different kinds. This one is in Russia. You should stop it. I mean, if you want to look it up,
yeah.
now it's down here. Fentanyl is killing people. They're roofing us.
Oh God.
They just found a girl in the U-Haul, raped, stabbed 99 times, and then strangled, naked. She was just trying to get out of the cold.
Right, Heather, thank you very much, and God bless you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for